Pay attention.
The man I was in a long distance relationship with, the man I loved and trusted, later became my sister's husband, and I got my revenge. I was in a relationship with this guy I met on Facebook, and we dated for 2 years. He was based in Canada, and because he wasn't close, automatically it was a long distance relationship. I know a lot of you find it hard to believe that I did long distance relationship for 2 years, but I did, right? Because I loved him, I trusted him. Like, the communication was great. Everything about us was great. We shared a bond to the point that we even pray together sometimes. And sometimes when we're on a video call or WhatsApp call, we do sleep off on the call. Yes, if he's going out, if I'm going out, it tells me where he's going to. It gives me his location. Like, it was that strong. The bond that we shared was that strong. And because I loved him, and he was telling me that he's looking forward to coming back to Nigeria, because he said he would relocate back to Nigeria. Yes, I kept myself for him. When I'm feeling the urge to have sexual intercourse, I didn't. I kept myself for him because, you know, I loved him now. I was looking forward to the day I will see him. Exactly one year, 8 months into the relationship, yes, this man started changing in character. Like, if I tell him things, he would turn it into a fight. Like, this was a man that before, when I tell him things, when we are talking, he listens, no fight, no quarrel, no wahala. But all of a sudden, he started changing. I brought it to his attention, and even that day that I told him about what I noticed in his character, the changes, he still turned it to fight. So, for peace to reign, make wahala no day now. I just let everything slide, and I felt okay. I've put enough effort into this relationship. I don't want it to be wasted. Now, exactly a few weeks after that incident happened, right? He said there's something he wants to tell me, that he knows that we've discussed about marriage, because at some point in the relationship we discussed about marriage, how we intend to do it. He said he knows that we've discussed about marriage, but he don't think he can marry me until I get pregnant first. Like, he wants me to get pregnant first before we'll get married. He also said that when it's confirmed that I'm pregnant, I'll have to wait for the pregnancy to get to like 3 months before we get married. And in terms of that marriage thing, he doesn't want a big wedding. He just wants something small, maybe in my father's parlor. He would just come with like 4 of his people, and it will be just me, a few of my uncles, and my siblings will just do it in the parlor. That's what he wants. When he said all these things, I was like, where is this one coming from? Because this was not the thing we agreed initially. How can he be asking me to get pregnant before I get married? Like, I don't want to get pregnant before I get married. It's not how it's done. You get married first, then you get pregnant. And I said, if you're questioning my fertility, let me go to the lab and run some tests, and I'll show you the result. That you have nothing to worry about. But the more I talk, he wasn't listening. And I also told him that, why are you now changing the whole wedding plan? Like, in as much as we know that economy is hard and everybody's trying to be on a budget, I want to have a wedding. Even if it is not big, I want to have a wedding that I will wear clothes, and maybe 2 or 3 of my friends will wear be. I would not something like, but I want to feel that way. Like, I want to have that. Like, is it a bad thing that I'm asking for this? And I asked him, why the sudden change in character? Why the sudden change in plans? Because this was not what we talked about. But he wasn't giving me any answer. I tried to make him understand. I tried to make him reason with me. But you know now, when a man's mind is made up, he's made up. And long story short, this man told me that is his new rule. That if I cannot stick to it, that means we have to go our separate ways. When he told me this, I thought he was joking. I said, what are you saying? Everything wasn't making sense to me, because I really, really loved this man. To some point, I was begging him to reconsider. I begged and begged. I almost tried to go and discuss with my father that this is what this guy is saying, but fear no let me, because I know, say, if I say such a thing to my father will look me twice, like, what is wrong with me? So I begged him to reason, but he didn't change his mind. And after all said and done, the relationship scattered. I'm not gonna lie, during that period I wasn't myself, because I trusted this guy. I have loved him to the point that, I said I kept my body for him. Now I kept myself. Like, I was envisioning me and this man. So all the plans, all the things I had in my head and everything, I felt bad for some days. Like, I couldn't eat for some days, but I just have to pick myself up and move on with my life. Now, exactly a few years after that whole thing happened, my sister came to us, that's me, my family, and told us that there's a man that is coming to see us. My sister told me this, and that means marriage arrangement, wedding arrangement is already ringing, right? I was so happy. So on the day that man came, guess who my sister brought? That's my ex from a few years ago. When I saw him, I was dumbfounded. I was speechless, but I just had to compose myself, because I didn't want to create a scene. My father was there, my uncle was there, so he saw me, but he pretended as if he didn't know me. After I introduced himself to my family, after I said and done that he left, I called my sister and I asked her, where did you meet this man? She said she met him on Facebook, that they were mutuals. I think he sent her a friend request, and from there they started dating. Now, I know a lot of you say, when I was in a relationship with him, did my sister know him? My sister knew him with another name. Let's say, a regular person has 2 names now. His name can be Richard Uchichukwu. So my sister knew him as Richard when I was dating him. Then when he introduced himself to my sister, he introduced himself as Uchichukwu. So During that time, we're doing long distance relationship. She knew I was dating him, like I said before, but she didn't know him facially. She calls him Uchichuku, while I call him Richard. So that was how there was confusion. So I told my sister that. When she told me that they met on Facebook, that's how they started dating. I told her that this is the same guy that I was in a long distance relationship with, though. When I told her, she was surprised. Those kind of expression. And I still wanted to tell her that this one that me and this guy have dated before, I don't think it would be a good idea for the both of you to get married. She was like, yes. When I told her, she agreed with me, saying I should not worry that she's going to break up with him. But to my greatest surprise, few weeks later, I still discovered that they were dating. I tried to tell her for the second time reasons why she and the guy shouldn't get married. But that's when my sister told me that she don't think cancelling the whole wedding plans with him is a good idea. That in fact, this one that he has come to the house to introduce himself, and there are already rumors out there that she's about to get married. It's going to be a disgrace that she now later break up with the guy, that she cannot face such disgrace. That since it was long distance relationship that we had, and we didn't have sex now, so it doesn't matter. When she said this, I was dumbfounded, but I didn't want to push further. Let's not be as if I'm trying to pour sand into a gari. At some point, I even took the matter to my parents, but they said I shouldn't worry, that God will give me my own. Since me and the guy did not see physically, exactly what my sister said, since we didn't have intercourse, that it doesn't matter, that I should just try and move on with my life. I was heartbroken, I was pained, but I just had to let everything slide. Now, a couple of months later, they got married, of which on the wedding day, I was present. I wasn't happy, but I had to pretend to be happy. Yes, I had to shove my emotion inside and pretended to be happy. When it was time to take pictures, I took pictures with them, and I just did everything I could because I wanted to support my sister. I did it to support my sister. Yes. Now, few months after their marriage, God blessed them with a baby girl. Tell me why. Tell me why. A couple of weeks after my sister birthed her baby, he started texting me, telling me things like, oh, I miss you, apologizing that he didn't mean to do it, to break up with me. It was never his intention. I know the funniest thing. This man gave my sister her dream wedding. This man that said I will get pregnant first before he married me. This man that said that he doesn't want anything loud gave my sister her dream wedding. And no, my sister didn't get pregnant before they got married. When he was saying all this thing, I was just looking at him. At first, I didn't even answer him first. I told him that I don't have anything against you. Let's bygone be bygone. You're not my brother-in-law. Everybody move on with your life. The one that now shocked me past is when he said he still wants us to go back to the things that we had, and he still misses me and all of those stuff. This man have guts, shall. When he said all this thing, I was just I didn't take cognizance of it, but he was persistent, and something was like, you know what, just use money to push him. Yes. And I told him, okay, if you want us to continue what we had, you have to give me so amount. I said this thing to chase him away, but to my greatest surprise, uncle asked for my account number and sent me ×2 of the money that I asked him. Guys,